Hey, a couple of questions about chords on bass. So this is going to be a bit warts and all. I'm just going to throw this together, no editing, so forgive me. Okay, the first thing is we're going to do everything in G, just because G is a nice easy key to start on. No open strings, so we can just play through. Okay, the first way that I look at chords on bass is really simple. I look at the root note on the low E string, and the third of the chord, whether it's major or minor, I'm going to do that up on the G string. So technically that's not a chord because it's two notes, and it should be three notes at least to be a chord, but to most people's ears that will sound like a chord. And major would be like this shape, minor would be this shape. Yeah, okay, so you can see that. So I've got my finger on the G major chord, I'm playing the root note on the third fret of the E string, that's a G note, and the third of the chord is a B note on the fourth fret of the G string. So together it's kind of like suggesting a G major chord. You could add in the other notes, so if you think about like a bar chord, same as on a guitar, you could add in the root, fifth, octave and third. Problem is, that might sound pretty cool at low volumes, but through a big amp it will sound ridiculous. If you're playing with a band and playing really loud, it's a bit too much. So I always think it's better to think of these sort of slightly separated notes. You get a bit more space between them, you can hear the harmony a little bit better. Okay, next thing to really think about is to make sure you understand the order of the notes. So let's stay in the key of G major, right? So G major, yeah, there we go. I'm going to play the chords of G major. Now they are G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D dominant 7, E minor. Now this one would be an F sharp minor 7 flat 5, but we're just playing it as an F sharp minor, and then we're up to G major. If that makes no sense, then look in the comments and go to the video where I'll explain why this works on the piano. It's a bit easier to see on piano than it is on a stringed instrument, so I'll show you. You can connect up there. Shapes again. Oh, get it right this time. Told you, warts and all. Major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, minor, major. Okay, one more time. Now, just played in a row like that doesn't sound particularly impressive, but how about if we include, like, say, the D note, which kind of belongs in a G chord anyway. It belongs in the key of G. So we could do something like this. We get this kind of drone effect. Yeah, it might be a little bit overkill, but you know, we get some idea. Or just kind of like get used to the shapes. Of course, once you've got it in the key of G, then try it in the key of A. Again, it's important to understand that in the key of A, the order of the chords will be the same. You're just starting on a different note. So it's going to be major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, minor, major. Yeah, I'm substituting a couple of chords there just to simplify it, but that's the important notes there. So anyway, you can mess around with these major chords, you know, with these chord shapes, and get some quite nice kind of sounds. I think if you put a little bit of echo or something, it's a nice way of getting a bit more harmonic content out of the bass. I wouldn't do it in bands too much because you get funny looks from everybody else in the band. You're taking up too much space, but it can work in isolation. nicer with flat wound strings, so you're not getting all that stuff. But you know, mess around with that. Yeah, so you know, that's one sort of approach to playing chords. So that's something you can throw into your arpeggios as well. So arpeggios, chords, that's a good kind of connection there. Okay, I'll do a different video about why the arpeggios are useful, and also I'll do that video to explain about diatonic harmony. Okay, so that'll give you something to enjoy. All right, see you later.